Hey listeners, exciting news. Talk to Me Michele podcast merchandise is now available. From our signature bucket hats to travel mugs, coffee mugs, stickers, and more. Visit buymeacoffee.com/talktomemichele to get yours today.
Talk to me, Michele, on the street lights on the corner. City vibes got a story. Feel the beat, don't ignore me.
Welcome back to another episode of Talk to Me, Michele. I am your chipper host, Michele. How's everybody doing? Welcome back to part 2 of our special father and daughter series. This episode is hilarious because my dad and I are continuing our fantastic conversation. And of course, again, my father, T.C. Thompkins, legendary music executive and author. Last time we touched on the challenges and rewards of balancing a career in the music industry with fatherhood. And we're going to dive today deeper into his incredible career and the stories that have shaped both his life and the music world. So you guys are going to have to get ready to hear how Michael Jackson forever changed the landscape of music culture, and how TC's innovative marketing brought Sade's smooth, soulful sounds to the U.S., making her an international sensation. Plus, he's going to be sharing personal stories about raising myself and my sister, and giving us a glimpse into the family life behind the music. So everybody, sit back, relax, and enjoy this rich conversation filled with history, insight, and heart. If you haven't already, be sure to check out part 1 for the full experience. Let's get started. But yeah, I hate that, that we still have to deal with this nonsense and ignorance of racism. All the challenges you had to go through as a music executive just to get some of the music played, because fact be known, Michael Jackson's the reason why you get black music videos on MTV.
Yeah, that was a struggle. They didn't want to play Michael.
Yeah,
Michael made it better for a whole bunch of artists.
That.
Yeah, he really did, because he fought the fight. That he was such a magnificent artist, such a cultural icon. Matter of fact, if you go into the encyclopedia now, Michael Jackson is one of the only artists that is known as someone that changed the culture.
Yep.
Okay, and he did that, but they didn't want to give him a chance. He was black first.
Yeah.
I can't believe that, as talented as that man was, and he did boundaries and creativity that will probably never be known, because, he was a monster artist. He was a perfectionist, a great individual.
Yeah.
Really a great individual. I enjoyed Michael. He gave me a lot of stuff. Always kind to you guys. Y'all met him a couple of times.
Yeah.
So he was just a great person, a great artist, and he was very not as, like a lot of artists you meet are cocky and arrogant and all that kind. Michael was none of that.
Michael was not that.
As good as he was not an arrogant, cocky individual. I know a million artists that don't have the toenail that Michael had, that think they did are the shit.
Don't get me the name dropping.
Yeah. So I have to deal with those egos all the time.
Right.
And that's one of I have a problem doing that now. I used to be able to do it better. But
you see, you've been your tolerance level has gone down, because number one, if I, had the expertise that you do in your industry, that if I got to a point in my career that we have a new type of music out here now, and you got the nerve to be arrogant, I didn't work with Michael Jackson, dog. Leave me alone.
Yeah. I mean, you can't really mess with my resume as far as the thing. And then one of my greatest accomplishments was discovering Sade.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised that people did not like Sade. I had a problem breaking that artist.
I mean, was it racially also in sync
beside her? You know what? She was a big pop artist in Europe.
Right.
Okay. And America record labels didn't see her that way. They saw her as a jazz band, something of that nature. They never saw her in the light that she saw herself in.
Right.
Which was very important, and which really made her the artist that she ended up being, is that she knew And cause when I met with her and sold her on my marketing campaign, because everybody else had, matter of fact, they had tried everybody else and she had turned them all down. I didn't know this at the time, but they had just given up. They didn't know what to do, but they had to do something because her album was so huge in Europe. They could not have egg on their face and not release it in America.
Yeah.
So I told them I could handle it. I said, send me to Europe. Let me talk to her. And I convinced her of my plan. I was just that arrogant. She was arrogant, but I was arrogant too. She tried to tell me that she knew, you don't know what you're talking about, so and so. I said, you don't know what the fuck you're talking. I said, one thing I know is America. Okay, you go sit over here in England and try to tell me what I can do in America. I said, I can do this in America. And she ended up being a huge artist and a good friend. I mean, as a matter of fact, she loaned us money when we had that artist out, Figure of Speech.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That was Sade Money Smooth.
That was Sade's money.
That was Smooth Operator Funds.
Yes, it was. When we went and shot that video, what was the name of that? Ready to Wreck.
Ready to Wreck, that was it.
Ready to Wreck. Where we had the fire, the bombs, and the whole nine.
Yeah, the whole music video.
Yeah.
I mean, you were achieving success in your career, but how do you feel as, you were able to be a father to Rocky and I, which you are a great dad. Yeah. But did you have any personal challenges about,
Yeah, I felt like it was a lot of time that I wanted to be, spend more time with my family. But I was just real ambitious. I was just gun-ho. I just felt like I could accomplish a ton of things. I mean, whenever I was home, I made sure we do something.
Right, you did.
Yeah,
you did.
You and Rocky must have went to every fair and every circus and all the little, what are this, Six Flags?
Everything.
All the amusement parks. We did Disney World. We did Six Flags. We did them all.
All.
Yeah, and the thing of it was, y'all just expected it. If we could be driving and you see a Ferris wheel, Daddy, pull over. Yeah. So we went to every park. Now, our most famous was one where we had the park at the...
Oh, my God, yes.
At the toll booth, yeah.
We in New York, New Jersey, and we
was upstate New York. We had passed New York. We were trying to find some place.
Yes.
To have a picnic. And I got tired of driving or some shit. And I said, we're gonna have this picnic right the fuck here. So your mama said, baby, this the toll, or this is so and so. So I pulled the truck. We had a truck or something.
We had a truck because Duke was with us.
Yeah, we had Duke. We had the German Shepherd with us.
Yeah.
So we pulled out, let the back tail down on the truck, and had our picnic right there.
At the toll.
Yeah, I never will forget that.
At the toll.
Nobody messed with us though either.
No, the worst part about it though, when you did, we had a lot of road trips. Now I'm more of a road trip person than Rocky.
Yeah.
And I used to go to you.
You went on the road with me, working records several times.
Yeah, the BRE conference and stations.
Oh, you had good.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I had a chance to go see the world and just learn the music industry, but at the same time, we had a unique way of doing our own outings. Mm-hmm. Like the time that we rented an RV.
Oh, yeah.
To go, was it
Buffalo? We
yes.
went to Buffalo, went to Niagara Falls.
Yes.
Yeah. And saw your mother's uncles and stuff that live in Buffalo.
And and we saw that, and for some reason you had...
Rocky. I let Rocky drive.
You let Rocky drive the RV.
I know, that was a mistake.
See, there's moments like that.
Yeah, that was a mistake. I've done some wild shit. I have. I let my baby drive the RV, knowing she couldn't drive shit.
Now, as far as like I said, when you were home, you made you had trips with us, but then it comes to the disciplinary stuff. Because see, I used to dread coming in and getting punished by your wife because Mama would always put it down. But you had a whole different style.
Well, I wouldn't get angry. Your mama would get mad.
Oh yeah, she get mad.
Yeah, see, I don't get mad like that because I figure I would hurt you.
Right.
So if you did something wrong, I had a certain amount of licks I was going to give you.
Right.
And a certain amount of punishment, and that was it.
But you know what? That's so funny because I thank y'all for doing that because Lord knows what predicament either one of us would have been in without that type of discipline. But now you get so many parents talk about the corporal punishment. Now, you know.
Y'all better be glad you didn't come up under me. Yeah, because both of my daughters got whipped. Y'all got spankings. Right. Yeah. Y'all mother was more deadly than me.
Oh, my God. I used to pray for you to come home and take care of that. I used to pray.
I would do that. And your uncle used to act like he whooping you.
Oh, I used to love Uncle Dwayne.
Uncle Dwayne used to take you in the room and pop the belt. Pop, pop, and you and tell you to scream. Yeah,
go ahead, cry, Michele.
Scream, Michele. You know, we knew Dwayne wasn't shit when it came to you. Okay? Anything you say, it was the funniest shit that ever been said by Dwayne. I mean, Dwayne just loved. You were the first grandbaby, though.
Yeah.
So you had it kind of spoiled. I never forget you. You almost got me a free car note payment when you was a baby. Because the bank tender kept looking at you and misfigured them. I gave me too much change back. Your mama made me take it back to the bank. I said, shit, I'm going to take this money. Yeah, I never forget that. Our car note was $119.
Oh, Lord.
And she gave me $100 back. She took the $19. We had a Grand Prix. That's what it was called, 100. And I had the pimp Grand Prix back then. You know, I had the half roof, the half moon roof with the padded moon roof and the chrome front.
Yeah.
You know, the whole nine. I was doing the Mac thing, the whole nine.
Oh, yeah, the whole thing. Okay. I mean, but, you know, I do say that, you know, the balancing of your career and, you know, Mama, of course, you know, you asked her to stop being a professional woman.
Yeah, well, when we got married, your mother wanted kids.
Right.
She wanted a bad little girl. That was the first thing she said. I want me a bad little girl. And she had your butt. Okay? But my deal was with my wife was that you don't have to work. I'll make the money. You just take care of my babies. And that's what she did. She raised my children, took care of my home, made sure I was taking care of it better than any woman I could have ever. So, I mean, it was a good deal. She wanted to work later. As a matter of fact, I supported you. You know, Mama was so talented she couldn't make up. You know, she did. She had some cha-cha, some homemade cha-cha she used to make. That.
Mm-hmm. Did she used to sell that?
She used to sell it. Yeah. It was just people be lining up buying it. Don Carden bought dozens of those bottles, man. She loved it because that stuff is serious on greens and cabbage and that kind of stuff. And she had her own barbecue sauce.
Yep.
You know, she just was
multi-talented.
Just multi-talented. I mean, your mother was so bad. When she would leave town, she would prepare my meals and have them in aluminum containers already in the freezer with the vegetables, the potatoes, the meat, the whole nine yards laid out for me each day that she was going to be gone.
Yeah, I remember that freezer and all the little labels she used to meals. And the same thing with our lunches. I promise you, our lunches was like, you know.
Oh, yeah.
The lunches you would see over in European schools.
Hey, I'll tell you, I used to work at International Harvester. Niggas used to follow me to see my lunch. I swear to God, your mama used to have my sandwiches all wrapped separately. The potato, the tomatoes and the lettuce and all that, so it wouldn't be soggy. My sandwiches would, and the niggas would be sitting down there. He said, that woman took the time to separate. Yeah, have all my bread, my fruit, everything would be laid out separate like that. I swear they used to follow me to the lunch pail to see what she had done.
So what you got today?
What are these do today? Yeah, they used to follow me. I used to love her lunches.
Yeah, and I definitely want to give some insights because, you know, even though, like I said, you traveled, Mama was definitely a great mother and wife, but you always instilled in Rocky and I, like Mama did, the microphones I used to always throw in your face from day one.
Oh, yeah. You used to love to interview people. That's why you end up doing this stuff now. You were doing this when you were a toddler. I'm telling you, I swear to God, if people listening to this, we'd be entertaining. We'd have Aunt Jack, Uncle Joe, or somebody else over, and you would tell these big lies. You know, they used to call them rigmaroles as you was a little girl. But you come up, Aunt Nancy, and all of them would be on the floor crying. You would just make up some kind of outrageous lie. And you would just go along. You would just be going, and the elephant did this, and it ran across the room, and it broke so-and-so. And Aunt Nancy would be just crying. She loved to hear you tell rigmaroles. But you were wanting to be an entertainer from day one, really, because you used to take a microphone and walk around the den and stick it in people's faces. And what do you think about that, sir? And blah, blah, blah. And everybody be looking at it and say, look at that girl. You know, they used to try to put you on medication.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. They tried to put me on medication.
They tried to put you when you were a little baby. You know, they was talking about, you know, she was so, I don't think you were hyper. But you,
according to them, I was hyper.
Yeah, they thought you were. I didn't think you were hyper.
Right.
You know, but you were busy. You were a busy motherfucker. You know.
Your wife asked for that.
Yeah, you were. That's right. You were busy. You be all over the place. And so, Mama and them wanted to put you on, and Roderick and them talking about she needs to be put on some kind of medication. I said, y'all ain't get my baby shit. Okay. If she's funny, that's fine. She'll grow up that way. You don't want to give she needs to watch her behavior and shit. Oh, no, she's fine. Don't worry about her.
Well, I appreciate you.
Same thing with your sister.
Yeah.
You know, they had this thing that they wanted certain relatives to take the baby out of the hospital because they felt like the baby would be like the relative that took the baby out of the hospital. So they didn't want to let me take Rocky out the hospital. I told them, y'all got to be high. Ain't nobody taking that child out of this hospital but me. I was real ignorant. The family thought I was crazy because I told them, ain't nobody touching my child. Nobody take about, I want the child to be like, let me care. Auntie was the one.
Oh, God, no.
Yes, yeah, Auntie.
I love Auntie, but see, I know from a sister standpoint, that would not have worked. No, I'm sorry.
She told me she wanted to let me carry out. She could be more like me. I said, you better give me my baby. You take your hands off my child. Shit. But I was always a proud father, and I spoiled both of y'all to death, which was wrong. I should have made it tougher. Because it's always better when you come up tougher.
No, you're right.
It's always better when you come up tougher. The one thing I'm so proud that I did tell y'all is stick together, sisters, that y'all only had each other. You know, I said you can't depend on nobody else but your sister. If your mama and your daddy ain't here, your sister is it.
And you know, a lot of people is sad, and I'm glad you raised us that way, because we are very close.
Oh, y'all bonded. Y'all curse each other out
every day. That's how we love each other.
Yeah, y'all bonded. Y'all be, and I don't even pay it any. I don't even pay it any attention when y'all be talking about each other anymore because it's just normal, you know.
Because people that don't know Rocky and me,
they think it's something wrong.
They think it's something wrong.
Yeah. You be calling y'all that dirty so and so. I say, let me pay that shit though.
Look at that slut.
Yeah. Yeah, but y'all very close.
But, you know, I'm glad that you instilled that in us, because a lot of people are unfortunate to have siblings and don't have that close bond.
Yeah, well, I never would come between y'all when y'all was fighting as kids and stuff. I used to tell y'all go outdoors and kill each other. I remember when y'all be fighting as kids and y'all bringing in there to the house for me to settle.
Right.
I say, look. Just be quiet. Y'all can kill each other. I don't give a fuck, okay? And y'all had to sell y'all shit yourself, okay? Because I wasn't going to be bothered with that. Daddy, she saw I want to hear it. Take it to your mama. Tell your mama. I used to always tell your mama. Y'all didn't want to tell mama because, you know, mama would dig off into that.
Oh, mama. No, I'm like, look, we going to sell this right now because we ain't going to her with
y'all
this.
Y'all ain't going to go to mama with this shit. Mama whooped that ass.
All right, life has moved on, and now we get into a new stage of our life because I am bringing you home your first and only grandchild. Now you're a grandfather.
Oh yeah, you know what? I was down for it day one.
Yeah, I know you were.
Yeah, I was down for it. As soon as you came and made the announcement and everything, I was a happy motherfucker. You know, I said, because I thought I was going to die without a grandchild. I really did. I said, I had these two beautiful girls. Neither one of these niggas giving me a grandchild. You know, so when I saw that first mammogram or whatever they call that shit, I knew it was a little boy and everything. Your mama got excited once she knew it was a boy.
Oh my God, mama screamed.
Yeah, you know, see, she didn't care about no grandkid if it was another girl.
Right.
But she would have.
She would have.
She would have spoiled the shit out of that child. But when she saw, because she worried the shit out of me about a boy. She wanted a boy.
Right.
And I had two. And she blamed me for having two daughters. Because y'all used to give most of them the attention to me. You
Of
know,
course.
y'all carry on about daddy, fight about who gonna ride in the front seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that kind of silly shit.
Right.
You know, but she wanted a son. And
Yeah.
so when she got Kevin, ooh, Jesus Christ. Oh.
That's
And,
all she
and
wrote.
the funny thing about when we had moved down here and you and Kevin and them were still in Memphis, I had to fly y'all mama up there almost every 2 weeks.
Almost every
She could
2
not
weeks.
take being away from Kevin.
No, she couldn't.
No. You know, and so when y'all moved down here, she was
right.
She was happy. She had y'all to mistreat her, which she loved. I don't understand that,
But see, that was our mom. You know, mama had a very great sense of humor.
yeah, she did. She couldn't tell a joke.
No,
but
she couldn't.
But she could laugh. Yeah, she had a great laugh and everything. But she couldn't tell a joke. But she just loved. I mean, you know, y'all with me and y'all. You know, I don't pay y'all no attention. You know, and I think that's what gets on y'all nerve. But mama, she would react to all of that bullshit y'all be messing with her, making faces, you know, calling her a ducky.
Yeah,
you know.
Rocky would twerk for
Yeah,
us.
yeah. Oh, she loved it all. She used to tell me we'd be down there den, and she said, baby, call the girls. I said, I don't want them niggas down here. You know, I'm enjoying a movie or something. So when y'all come downstairs, the entertainment starts, you know, the whole...
That's what we here for.
Yeah.
To entertain.
She loved it.
Well, I'm glad mama loved it. I'm also glad she had a chance to have, both of y'all had a chance to become grandparents.
Yeah. I was really hurt when your mama got ill because I had it all planned out. I always felt like I was going to die first. I really did.
Yeah.
Because I did everything.
Yeah.
And mama didn't do nothing. But when we moved down here to Sugarland, I had a plan we was going to take cruises because they're right down the street.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, all of that. I had all of that in my mind that we were going to spend these years together. You know, we're both old, and I figured we could have our last years down here enjoying ourselves.
I know.
You know, yeah.
I know.
But, you know, God had other plans, but it hurt me when she left.
It hurt all of us there.
Yeah.
But I know what you having mama in your life for such a significant part of your life.
4 years. Yeah.
And also being the backbone.
Oh, we built everything together. I mean, she was my security blanket, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, she really was my security blanket. See, I was a bad, bold motherfucker once I leave the house, you know. But inside the house, I had your mama rubbing on me and patting me and feeding me and, you know, all of that good stuff. So when I left the door, shit, I was I could roar.
No, trust me. I know that y'all had each other in the palm of your hands. And
Absolutely.
And you don't see that kind of love anymore. And the fact that, you know, we're such a close family. And even though we don't get to spend as much time as we do because life be lifing out here.
Life be lifing, baby.
But I still, you know, cherish the bond our family has, regardless on what we going through.
I remember the times. I even remember the times that I had car wrecks that y'all was in the car.
Yep.
You know, when you were in the car that time when I backed into something and I thought something had happened to you, I almost died. Or when I was trying to get a Rolo or something.
From Rocky.
Yeah, from Rocky. Hit another car. You know, I mean, all kind of crazy stuff that we've all done, you know, that we've been together with. You know, so, and the time that somebody hit your mama's Mercedes.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And your mama, woo, Jesus.
Oh, my God.
She didn't play that, baby.
Let me tell you something. When anybody see me or Rocky click, that's an Ernest moment.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, that's your mama. Yeah. Yeah. She would click now. I have to give her that. She had, you know, I mean, it's funny, as sweet as she was, but she had a temper.
But, you know, most people that have good temperament, they've dealt with so much patience.
When they get there.
And I'm like, I can't take another stack on
Yeah,
this.
when she get there, woo, Lord, have mercy. Yeah. I tell you, I got a funny story for you about your mother. We were living with your grandmother, and we found a house in Memphis that we wanted to lease. Mm-hmm. But we couldn't get these ladies to move out of the house. You know, we tried that. Your grandmother's friend, what was that lady with?
Miss Agnes.
Miss Agnes owned this house.
Yes.
Okay, and she wanted to rent it to me and Ernice. You know, but she had some other tenants that wasn't paying and wouldn't get out. So your mama, your mama was bad. Your mama was bad. She wanted to get into that house. So your mama called her. And your mama talking plenty shit, cursing her out and blah, blah, blah. So listen, you better get out of my house and blah, blah, blah. And that lady said, I ain't going no motherfucking where. You so bad, come over here and put me out. Your mama, so your mama said, okay, I'm on my goddamn way. So I told her, come on, baby, let's go on over there. Let's see. We drove by that house. That woman was standing outdoors, pacing, waiting on your mama to pull up. I said, you gonna get out, baby? Oh, hell no, keep driving. No, keep driving. I was gonna pull over and stop. I said, come on, baby, go get her. That lady, boy, your mama didn't have no heart for none of that. She talked plenty noise, but your mother didn't have no heart for no violence. Let me tell you something.
Mama will always talk trash in the house. And she said, well, I know I'm safe here. I can talk trash in the house.
That lady killed me. That lady was waiting for your mama. She was just, like a bull be walking back and forth. Oh, yeah, she was steaming. Because your mama was talking plenty shit on the phone.
But that was mama, period.
Yeah.
That was her, period.
Plenty shit. I was crying.
But I will also add that when I became a mama, I'm definitely grateful that I had my family that was supportive. And Daddy, I cannot thank you enough for being a positive male role model for your grandson.
Please. I have, I love that boy with everything in him, man, He's full of boo-boo. He's one of the biggest bullshitters I've ever met in my life. You can't talk to Kevin without getting some bullshit. It's the truth. You his mama.
I know.
If I was to ask him a simple question right now, he gonna put some bullshit in it. He gonna tell me something that kind of info. Well, granddad has... he tried to impress you with the bullshit.
He has a presentation.
Oh, he gonna pull you a presentation. I'm trying to tell you that boy, he need to be in law school, or he need to be a preacher.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, one of the two.
Politician or preacher.
He got gift of game now.
Yeah, he does.
He got game.
Yeah, he got game. But I appreciate it because you already know my struggle that I've been through.
Yeah. It's not easy. Life not easy.
No, life not easy. But that's why I say I thank God for my blessings and that He had a role model because as a single mom, you will see women trying to fill that void and they'll just put anybody in that slot. Yeah. I've never been in a hurry to do that. Number one, because I know he had already a positive role model in his life.
It's like Rocket say, "I got a daddy."
Why he would drop that line?
She'll drop him in a heartbeat, but a nigga be trying to talk shit to her. She said, wait a minute, you confused. I got a daddy. And that's one of her favorite lines.
I think Rocky needs to get that on a T-shirt. I got a daddy.
Yeah. He need to do that T-shirt on that. I'm telling you, because that's one of her lines that stop him dead. Yeah, because I know that people be trying to take advantage of her, think they gonna get over on her. She's
But you know what? With the way you raised Rocky and I, we're both very strong-headed women. And I mean, a lot of people, particularly men that don't really have, I want to say, backbone to take a strong opinion from a woman. Was there a particular way you wanted us to turn out?
No. I would have been happy any kind of way y'all turn out, but I wanted y'all to be your own person.
Yeah.
Whatever that was, and I didn't try to make you into any kind of person. I just wanted you to be your own person. At least when you're your own person, you can own your own fuck-ups, and that's one of the things of growing up. I had to mature to that.
Yeah.
To own my own fuck-ups, okay? Because ain't nobody's life perfect. You gon' fuck up.
Right.
Even trying to do the right thing. sometime you fuck up.
Yep.
You know, so you got to be easy on yourself, accept your fuck ups, admit it to yourself. You know, it took me a little time to realize I wasn't God's gift.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That I could do something wrong. Looking back, I can think of a million things I did wrong as a father, as a boss, as a promotion man, as a human being. I mean, you know, the list is just.
Oh, I don't even want to look at my list right now.
Yeah, the list is just enormous.
I don't want to look at it.
Yeah, if you're honest with yourself about things, you know, and it took me some time to be honest with myself about a lot of stuff, you know, because first of all, I was doing narcotics. Mm-hmm. And you ain't gonna never be honest with yourself when you own that shit. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. I mean, Rick James wasn't bullshit. Okay, when you own narcotics, you can't be honest to yourself because you lying to yourself about doing the narcotics in the first fucking place.
No, you're right, because I know when you were going through that period.
Oh yeah,
it was a Jekyll and Hyde effect.
Oh yeah, I'm an arrogant asshole. You could imagine. Can you imagine Superman on cocaine?
No.
That's what I say in the book.
Yes.
I say that in the book because just me, just coming as farm boy out of Atlanta, Texas, I was an arrogant motherfucker in high school. Okay, I mean, I was. You could ask my kids that I went to school with.
I don't need no testimony on that.
But you know what it was, and I know what it was. I had two strong ass men that raised me.
Yep.
Really three. My granddaddy, my Uncle Ray, I had two uncles, and my Uncle Joe. Okay? And they were the kind of men that didn't brag or didn't boast or try to say how great they were. They just quietly did what the fuck was respected.
Move in silence.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I had to admire those men growing up, you know, and I learned to admire more as I got older, because my Uncle Ray was a principal in this little town I grew up in Atlanta, Texas. But he had a reputation, he would shoot a motherfucker. You know, Uncle Ray was nobody to play with. And everybody in that little town knew that.
But see, that's all it takes.
They called him Rayfield. Rayfield? Oh, nobody want to fuck with Rayfield. My Uncle Ray them had this beautiful home. You've been down to Daryl's and them home in Atlanta that my uncle and my grandfather built from scratch, okay? And they built a club about 2 blocks, a honky-tonk, about 2 blocks down that wood road, a dirt road from my uncle's house. I guarantee you, my uncle's house, no nigga got drunk and walked through that yard, okay? Nobody took a shortcut. Nobody did nothing close to that house. They knew Fest would shoot them.
Oh, my God.
And see, you know what? You have to realize this is, I grew up in a little town of 5,000 people, and my family was one of the niggas that could get away with shit. You had to realize, you know, in them little bitty towns like that, certain black folks is okay.
Right.
Certain black folks is niggas. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And my granddaddy, my grandfather, and my uncles, and my grandmother, and all of them, I knew the chief of police. They all knew my family. You know, my grandfather built some of the highways in that city. So he was very respected. And I come from that.
Right.
You know, I came from that. And whenever I went somewhere with my granddaddy, it was Mr. Davis. You know, nobody fucked with Rayfield. You know, he was a big man, too. 6'6", 6'7", 270 pounds, big solid motherfucker, man. You know, and because I remember when he used to backhand a motherfucker.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't no whippings like that. If I did something stupid or effed up, bam, right across the face, yeah.
Well, that's why, because you know what, that's why I'm glad that those values were instilled into you as a young man. And I know with Kevin, it is a little bit more work because we're in a new time.
Yeah. Well, you know, the thing that I really think kids are missing is the work ethic anymore, because it's all computerized now. Don't nobody do no work. Matter of fact, I would even have problems trying to find shit for Kevin to do.
Yeah.
You know, because, I mean, you know, nothing but empty the trash or do some vacuum.
Dishwasher,
something like that. But see, it ain't no chores like it was.
It's none of those hardcore chores. I think if you put them...
I think one of the things like I need to do like Emilian does is, I got lawn people, garden people, all that. See, if I was to really...
apply it, yeah. Kevin be cutting grass.
Kevin be cutting that grass. That's right. Kevin be doing them cheers and everything. I had to do it every week. I had to mow the yard every week. And go to church, which probably saved me.
Well, I will say this, because your grandson does believe in a higher power.
Yeah, my grandmother made me go. I had to go.
Well, I must say that this was a great talk. I mean, like I said, I've heard some of these stories, but then I've also learned some new details about some stuff that went down back in the day. So I really appreciate you coming on. And I know you're getting ready to launch your own podcast pretty soon.
Yeah, I want to because I have written a book that everybody's giving me great reviews on, and they just keep telling me the only way I'm going to get the book to kind of notoriety without hiring a publicist and doing all of this other stuff is to do a podcast. So I will be launching When Radio Was King, or when we haven't titled it as of yet. I got to get my producer, which is Michele. She's the producer in the house. My producer has come up with certain suggestions and things, and then once we come to terms on everything, I want to start launching that because I have a million great stories to tell.
Yes, you do, Danny, and I think that podcast is not only going to help the book When Radio Was King, which if you guys have not purchased that book, I definitely recommend it. It's not only a great read, but it is music history. And I'm not saying that just because of my dad, because as the book was being processed, because I had been on him for years.
Yeah, you and your mother.
Yes, years for him to put this book out. And when you learn all the details of your career and the struggles and everything that you went through, it's a greater appreciation I have now for what you contributed to music, black music in general.
Yeah, well, you worked for Teddy for a while, too.
Yeah, so I did have a chance to work for Teddy Riley.
You worked for Teddy. You was office person manager for the company, and could have done a lot more things, but there were elements in that company.
I love that job. I did love that job because I had a chance. Because I'm a creative person, and I just can't.
You brought a couple of artists there that they released the records on.
Yeah.
What was the name of that group? And it was that record, somebody played that record for me not that long ago. It's a good record.
Deja something.
I can't remember the name of it, but it was a great record. You did some great things at that company. We used to love that little old routine we used to have where we catch the bus.
Oh, yeah, catch the bus.
Yeah, go to the Union Station, stop
the sub
at the deli.
Yep. All that.
Get our bagels and stuff. Yeah.
That was a good time. And my first time, actually, because I would work with you on projects behind the scenes, but that was the first office environment that we both worked together in. And I would not change that experience for nothing in my life.
We had a great time.
Great time, Daddy. But, I thank you again. We're going to have you back on definitely when you launch your podcast. And I want everybody, once his podcast drops, I'm going to be advertising it everywhere so y'all can tune in and listen to more details of his great book, which should be a New York best time seller.
I agree.
It should be a bestseller.
Yeah.
So go out there, go to Amazon, and you can grab you a copy.
Or you can get your cookbook.
Yes, my cookbook, Mama's Kitchen, is also on there. Okay,
it's an excellent book.
Well, I thank you, Daddy. I appreciate that.
I'm very proud of you with that.
I hope everybody enjoyed them stories and my dad keeping it 100 like he always do, so you guys will never have to question, why does Michele and Rocky act the way they do? You have a prime example on why. So you guys, look, make sure you subscribe, share, and also support us on Buy Me a Coffee. That's how we keep this content going and we get to upgrade to video. Y'all just visit me at buymeacoffee.com/talk-to-me-Michele. So until next time, people, peace.
Talk to me, Michele.
Hey there, Talk to Me Michele listeners. We'd love to hear what you think about the show. Got some feedback on our latest episode? Or maybe you have a topic you'd love to hear us dive into. Whatever it is, we want to know. Give us a call and leave us a voicemail at 832-463-0525. Your thoughts and suggestions are what make this podcast even better, so don't be shy, let your voice be heard.